What's going on guys, Aero here, and welcome back to another video. Now in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about everything that's left to show for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate until its release. So I think that everyone can agree with me here that there is definitely going to be one last info dump that's left for this game until it comes out. There's still a lot of things that they have to show us, and so that's what I want to talk to you guys about in this video. I'm going to give you guys everything that I can think of that's still left to show for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now if you guys remember with Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U, we actually got something called a 50 fact extravaganza, which was a really cool way of doing a direct where we got like 50 new things, or I guess more than 50 things about the game that was shown to us, and I'm actually going to be doing that same style of video in this video, where I'm going to be giving you guys 50 expectations on what to expect in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate presentation. Now this video is already going to be pre-recorded, edited, and uploaded to YouTube. It's just not going to be available for all of you to see, and so once Nintendo announces like the official direct date or like presentation or 50 fact extravaganza, whatever they decide to do for Smash Ultimate, once we get that date, that's when I'll make this video public and you guys will see all of these expectations. But yeah, with all that aside, let's get started with the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate 50 expectations extravaganza. Alright, so the first thing that I have is Trophy Rush, or basically just some way to get trophies in the game, as trophies are a big part of Super Smash Bros. And with all the Smash Bros. Games recently, there have been like cool ways to get trophies. Like if you remember the coin launcher mode that was in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, where you basically loaded it with coins and you would shoot the different trophies to try to get them. Then we got Trophy Rush in Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U, so hopefully there's some cool new way that we can get to get trophies in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. One of the cool things about Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS and the Wii U was that every single character had custom moves, and basically I think the DLC ones didn't, but all the other main characters that were in the base game had different special moves that you were able to unlock and you were able to replace them. Now I really don't think that custom moves are going to return in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but I feel like if they are in the game, it's definitely going to be confirmed in this presentation. Something pretty neat about Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U was that there was actually a spectate mode where you were able to watch live matches that were going on and then bet coins in the game as to who you think was going to win. So it's a fun little way to pass time and I kind of enjoyed it. So I think if it is going to return, they'll probably talk about it or like go through it really briefly in this presentation. Alright, so this next one here is a given, but I could totally see them announcing some new modes here. I think like in the August Direct that we got, they announced Squad Strike as well as Smashdown, but maybe there's some other modes that are still left to be shown, so I could totally see those being announced here. So in Super Smash Bros. Brawl, we actually had the Snake Codex, and then in Super Smash Bros. Wii U, we had Palutena's Guidance, so I feel like if they're going to do something similar like this, they're probably going to show that in this presentation. So I could totally see them talking a little bit about replays in this, and one thing that I want them to do with replays is I don't want them to make the replays of like a previous version just become unavailable if the game has become updated. Like I really hated that in Super Smash Bros. Wii U, where all of my good replays, I just couldn't view them anymore because they were outdated once the new version came out. I think to solve this, they would pretty much just have to have the version come up like once you start the replay, so then people can see which version you were playing this on, but don't delete all of them because that just takes all the fun out, and there were so many like cool replays that I had that I just wasn't able to view again. So I can also see them talking a little bit about Special Smash, and if you guys remember Special Smash, it's basically like a mode where you can do a whole bunch of crazy things with all of your characters. You can change like the gravity and the launch distance and all that stuff. You can start out with like metal and all these different things, so I could totally see them talking about that for a little bit. All-Star Mode is also a really fun mode to play in Smash Bros. Basically what you do is you go through the entire roster in chronological order, but I think in the Wii U it actually went backwards, like you went through all of the new characters first and then you got to the old school ones, but I could totally see them talking about this mode or just announcing this mode or just saying that it's going to happen in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as well. So this is going to be the most depressing part of the whole direct, but I'm sure there's going to be an assist trophies section where they show off the new assist trophies, and a lot of the characters that people want as fighters are going to be deconfirmed. Photo Studio is a fun little mode to have in Smash Bros. Where you can arrange like pictures and stuff in different ways and create a whole bunch of little funny things, so I could definitely see them talking a little bit about that in the presentation. Now in Super Smash Bros. Wii U, there was actually a little notification section where you could see like updates when they came out, new characters on the DLC shop, and we did see something like this on the main menu for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. There was like a little envelope with like an exclamation point, so maybe that's hinting at notifications or DMs or something like that, so I could definitely see them talking a little bit about that and going more into detail about all that stuff on the menu. Master Hand has always been in Super Smash Bros. Games as a boss, and we still have yet to see Master Hand in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so I could definitely see them showing that off for the first time in this presentation, and maybe also some gameplay of Crazy Hand. So in the last game on the Wii U, there was actually voice chat that was possible, even though it was terrible because you couldn't actually do it within the match itself. It was like just within the game lobby and like when you were choosing your character. I feel like there is going to be voice chat in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so they'll definitely talk about it, but it's probably going to be like pretty bad anyway. It's going to be garbage. They're probably going to like talk about the app and connecting it and using that. We're all probably going to use Discord, but I definitely think voice chat will be brought up in the presentation. So with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, we have seen some boss characters. We know that Dracula is going to be a boss as well as Rathalos, so I feel like they can also show us some new boss characters as well. And with Super Smash Bros, we always have challenges, and these are like things that they want you to do throughout the game. Like they want you to play as a certain character or do something else in the game. So these are fun challenges, and I'm sure there's probably going to be challenges in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so they might just go over that really briefly in this presentation. Target Smash is also a fun mode in Smash Bros, so I feel like it'll return in this game, and they'll just say that it is going to be another mode that you can play. Now with Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS and the Wii U, we had something called the Global Smash Power, and this showed you how many people you were better than, but it didn't give you an exact ranking as to where you stood among the world. Now I really don't want this to return in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, like I really just wish that they would have a proper ranking system to see who is the best player in the world, and they don't even have to do with everyone who plays the game. They could just have like a top 100 or top 500, and maybe they could even do it by characters as well, so you could see like who is the best Mario player, who's the best Yoshi player. I think that would be really cool, but I don't want the Global Smash Power to return, so hopefully they'll go over like what the equivalent is going to be in this game, but I kind of feel like maybe something like that might return because they did show Classic Mode a little bit, and it kind of did look like that with the score that they were showing, maybe that has to do with the Global Smash Power. I don't want it to return, so hopefully it doesn't, but I would like to have a ranking system instead. Now one thing that's always fun to see in the final version of a game is how the graphical improvements have come along during development, and I mean this always happens with Nintendo games. I mean when we saw Super Mario Odyssey for the first time, it looked amazing, but once you guys saw the final version of it in like the September Direct last year, that looked way better compared to what we saw, and I'm sure there's going to be some graphical improvements that we're going to see in Smash Ultimate in this presentation as well, so I can't wait to see what those are going to look like. Now one thing that's a given in the Smash Bros presentation is how the online is going to work, as we don't know anything about Smash Ultimate's online, so I'm curious to see if it's going to be the same as Smash Bros on the 3DS and the Wii U, where we have like a for fun and a for glory, or if they're going to change it up, but I definitely think that we're going to get some information on the online. So one thing that they like to do with Smash Bros is show all of the different controller options that we have, so I can totally see them doing that this time around, where they show like that you can play with the Joy-Cons, a single Joy-Con, a Pro controller, the GameCube controller. They'll probably just go over all these controller options in the Direct. And of course with the new Pokemon in Smash Bros Ultimate, I'm sure there's still some other new Pokemon that are left to be shown, so they could show us some new Gen 7 Pokemon, or maybe some other new Pokemon that are going to be from other generations as well. So another fun mode to play in Smash Bros is Event Mode, and in Event Mode you have a whole bunch of these little missions that you have to complete, and in Smash Wii U there was actually events that you were able to do with 2 players, so I don't know if that's going to return, but I can definitely see them talking a little bit about the event modes and all the different missions that are going to be in Smash Ultimate. So online tourneys was also something in Smash on the Wii U, so I feel like that they'll definitely have that in Smash Ultimate, where you could set up like your own online tourney and have it with like a whole bunch of people and your friends and stuff and share out the code, so I'm sure they'll probably talk about that in this Direct. Now in the August Smash Bros Direct, they did briefly talk about Classic Mode, and we did see that Classic Mode is going to be returning to how it was in Smash Brawl, where it's like a flow chart that you go through, and it's not going to be like this funky way on the 3DS where you move and you pick your path that you're going to go, or like on the Wii U where you're going to have to like move your character to a whole bunch of group of enemies. It's just going to be the simple one like in Brawl, but they really haven't shown a lot of the other stuff that's going to be in Classic Mode, like the final fight with Master Hand, as well as like the other stuff that's going to be in the middle, so I think they could talk a little bit more about that and go into that with Smash Ultimate's Direct. So with all of the new characters that are going to be in the game, I'm sure there's going to be some amiibos that they'll talk about. They'll probably talk about when you can get the amiibos for like Simon and Chrom and Richter and all of them, so that'll probably be mentioned in the Direct as well. We've also got coin battles, which was a fun mode to have in Smash Bros, where basically once you launch a fighter, there's coins and money that flies out of them, and the whole point of the mode is to try to get the most money, so it'll be a fun mode to have, and I don't think it would take a lot of work for them to incorporate it back, so I'm pretty sure they'll talk a little bit about that in this Direct. Now both Super Smash Bros. Brawl as well as Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U had a stage builder, so I feel like there might be a stage builder again in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it might be with like the touchscreen where you could do it in handheld mode and draw like a stage that you want in the game, or you could do it with like platforms and the Pro Controller like how it was with Smash Brawl where you actually move the platforms, but I feel like the touchscreen one would be the most fun. Now one of the biggest teases in the August Smash Bros. Direct was on the main menu where there was a blurred out mode, and Sakurai said that they couldn't talk about that just yet, so I'm almost certain that they're definitely going to talk about that mode in this Direct, and we could probably see how it is. I really hope it's going to be like a story mode where you can actually have like cutscenes and stuff, but whatever it is, it's definitely going to get revealed in this Direct. So with Smash Bros. On the Wii U, you were able to log in with your YouTube account and then upload replays to YouTube, so I feel like they might do something like that with Smash Ultimate, and it'll be fun for people to share their replays. And I'm also certain that Nintendo will also copyright claim all of them, but either way, it's fun to have that as a feature. Now in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate presentation at E3, Mr. Sakurai mentioned that they streamlined the way of unlocking all of the fighters, and they really haven't gone over that, so I'm sure they're going to go over what this new streamlined method is of unlocking fighters in Smash Ultimate. So as of right now, we know 103 stages in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but CoroCoro did claim that the game has 108 stages, so that means 5 stages are still remaining, so I feel like those remaining 5 stages will probably be shown in this Direct. So one thing that I know a lot of people are hoping for is some early demo to come out for Smash Ultimate, where maybe it's like a test fire that you could play online with other people randomly and just get a feel for the game, or maybe even an offline demo like we got with Smash on the 3DS, where you can only have a limited time to play it with a few characters, but just get a feel for the game. So hopefully they decide to do something like that, and if it is going to happen, I'm sure they're going to announce it in this Direct. So at the E3 presentation about Smash Ultimate, Sakurai did go over a lot of the little technical changes that they did with directional air dodging as well as perfect shields, but if there are some new technical changes that they've done, I think they'll probably go over that in this presentation as well. Now with Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U, we had Master and Crazy Orders, which were special challenges that were created by Master Hand and Crazy Hand, so I don't know if these are going to return in Smash Ultimate, but I feel like if there is something like this or if there's something equivalent to this, they're definitely going to show it in the Direct. Multi-Man Smash is also another fun mode to have in Smash Bros, where a whole bunch of characters just keep appearing on the stage and you have to try to kill as many of them as you can without dying yourself, so it would be fun to just have that, and I'm sure they're going to talk about that briefly in the Direct. At the Smash Bros. Ultimate E3 presentation, Mr. Sakurai did confirm that all the final smashes in this game are going to be fast and to the point, so there's not going to be any more of those transformative final smashes, and they're all just going to be like little cutscenes that go through right away, and then you get right back to fighting. So there's still some final smashes for characters that we haven't seen yet, so I feel like there's definitely going to be some new final smashes that they'll show for characters like Yoshi and other ones that we haven't seen. So of course in the Smash Ultimate presentation at E3, not every single change for every fighter was shown off, so if there are some previous fighters that have gotten some changes, they could definitely be covered in this presentation. One of the cool things that I love about Smash Bros is being able to customize the buttons for every controller, so you can choose what button you want to have to attack and which button you want to grab, so they might go over that a little bit and just show that it is going to be customizable. So right now, Splatoon 2 is really the only online game that uses the Nintendo Switch app, but maybe they could do something with Smash Bros where you could see like fighter records or like seeing how good you are online and for glory, and have that available on your app as well. So maybe they could talk a little bit about an app for Smash Ultimate in this presentation. One thing that was cool about Smash on the Wii U was that you and a friend locally were able to play online against other people, so I think that would be cool if you could do that again with Smash Ultimate, so hopefully they decide to bring that back. And like I mentioned earlier, trophies are a big part of Super Smash Bros, so I'm definitely sure that they're going to show some new trophies in this presentation, and maybe they'll have like a cool way to arrange all the trophies, like how they had the trophy boxes in Super Smash Bros on the Wii U. So with Super Smash Bros on the 3DS and the Wii U, there were a whole bunch of Mii Fighter costumes that you were able to get, as well as some DLC ones, and I don't know if I'm going to be purchasing DLC ones if they're going to happen for Smash Ultimate. I definitely think that if there are going to be Mii Fighter costumes, they'll probably show a few of those in the presentation. So with Smash Bros on the Wii U, whenever you beat a character in classic mode, there was actually a little cool movie that would play at the end of it with like a short 30-second clip, so I'm sure there's going to be something like that with Smash Ultimate, so I think they might talk a little bit about that and how there's a movie for every single character. Home Run Contest is my favorite mode in the stadium for Smash Bros, and I'm sure it's going to return in Smash Ultimate, so it'd be cool to see them talk a little bit about that and how you could do it with multiple people, and maybe you could have like multiple people team up to do Home Run Contest as well. so I'm sure there's still some new items that are left to be shown for Smash Ultimate, so they'll probably go over that in this presentation. And I think we did get to see one item that hasn't been revealed yet, and it looks like that this item is from Golden Sun, and this was actually in one of Nintendo's videos that they uploaded, so I'm sure there's still some other items that are left to be shown. Now with Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U, as well as Super Smash Bros. Brawl, we had something called Masterpieces, where you were able to play like a little trial version of a lot of the games for these fighters, and it was really fun to just experience that for some of the games, so hopefully they decide to bring that back with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And of course, without a doubt, the one that you've all been waiting for, there's 100% going to be new characters and Echo Fighters that are going to be shown off in this presentation, and with that leak going around, I really think that all the ones in that leak are pretty much confirmed at this point, so I can't wait to see the official reveal for most of those characters, if not all the characters if they decide to have them in this presentation, as well as the new Echo Fighters, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. Conquest Mode was also something cool that was in Smash Bros, where for a limited time, if you used a certain fighter, you could support that fighter and then gain some prizes and stuff from doing that. So if that is going to be in Smash Ultimate, they could talk about that briefly in this presentation. So with Super Smash Bros. On the Wii U, you were able to see all of the movies and like CGI cutscenes for all the new characters, so I hope they decide to do that with Smash Ultimate as well. I would love to see all of these cutscenes like in HD and 60 FPS on my system, so hopefully they decide to put that back in Smash Ultimate. And finally, the last thing that I have here is DLC, and so if there is going to be downloadable content for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which I'm sure there probably is as there's a lot of potential money to be made, I'm sure they could talk a little bit about that or give us a teaser for that in this presentation, like how with the Super Smash Bros. For Wii U 50 Fact Extravaganza, we got that little tease for Mewtwo at the end where they confirm that Mewtwo is on the way. Maybe they could do something like that this time around with Smash Ultimate. And so there you go guys, those are 50 expectations to have for the final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate presentation or direct right before its release. Now of course everything in this video is probably not going to be shown off, but these are some of the good things to get in your mind as to what you could expect. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, then please be sure to click that like button and also comment down below and let me know what you guys think of this. What are some other things that you think could be shown off in the presentation? What are some of the things that you agree with me? Definitely be sure to let me know all of your thoughts down below. If you're new to this channel, then please be sure to subscribe. I'm definitely going to have some more Smash Bros content in the future, so please be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Click on that bell to become a part of the notification squad. Go follow me on Twitter at Actual Aero so you can be featured in videos, and also join my Discord as well. We've got a bunch of nice people there who are always talking about Smash Bros and Pokemon, so definitely be sure to join that. I'll have it linked in the description. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching.